Someone commented and said, "Oh, you didn't touch on the most important thing about a daily driver, which is reliability." Okay, I only had the car for a week and it didn't break down. So there you go. It's very reliable.
That's not one of the ones that had a check engine light, right?
It is the one it did get a check engine light. Oh dear. I apologize to this person who left the comment. You're right. I did forget about that. I forgot that car had a check engine light. What episode is this? I'm so hungry.
You got some snacks? You want to grab them real fast?
No, it's
You're gonna be okay. Your stomach isn't gonna overpower your microphone.
I'll
here?
be fine because I'll eat something and yeah, I'll when I leave I'll be fine.
Okay.
We've been here in an hour, so.
This is episode 74
Episode 74
of the Daily Motor Podcast.
of the podcast of Daily Motor.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start off by saying thank you to the nice gentleman that went to Cloud Cookie and bought a box of cookies from Anne Marie.
Yeah,
well,
that was
from Callie, Anne Marie's employee. But
Chris feeling important.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for mentioning me when you walked in.
Yeah, Chris messaged me and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool."
Pretty sweet. I know. Yes. Yeah. So Anne Marie was very, very pleased, and hopefully more of you will give that a chance. Cloud Cookie in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever in the area, it's in Wrigleyville. Best cookies ever.
How out of our way would we have to go there on the way to
We
Mama?
should go there on Thursday. Oh, on our way to Mama.
Either one, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose we could go there on the way too. I just figure the way back would probably make more sense because the old men probably won't want to go.
True, but we're driving separate mostly, and I'm like never in a hurry to get there because it's just that silly little dinner.
We're in a hurry to leave. Also, on the way back, we have to stop and get cheese at that one place.
At that antique store.
We have to go.
That's
there.
what I was going to ask the Topher when he was like, "We should all drive together." I'm like, "Well, will you be willing to go to an old antique store and
antique
get
shop with cheese?"
He probably would be willing to just to look at like the old toy cars.
Off the highway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It'd be fine. Anyways,
I was at the garage yesterday, and I told you that the day ended up going chaos. Well, after waiting for a Facebook Messenger DGen who didn't show up for an hour until after he was said he was going to be there and didn't respond to any messages for the first half hour after he was supposed to be there, I went to close the garage door, and here at DMHQ we've got a big like 14-foot like garage door thing that we have to close manually.
I have to put my entire body weight into closing this thing.
Yes, so I yanked it down, and for some reason, maybe it's because I hadn't eaten yet that day or whatever, I was standing under the garage door, and I yeeted my head. Like, it came down hard, and I, like, instantly went to the floor. I was like, fuck.
You
like,
fell?
Well, I was just like, shit, dude. Like, it was a really hard hit. Like, my
concussion?
I don't know. Like, I was bored. Like, I went and checked my pupils, like, later on and stuff, because I probably had a minor concussion, because that's a heavy door.
Yeah.
And I was, like,
you just
was cranking it down.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I don't know why.
On camera?
I didn't even think of that. It would be.
We're going to see if it's on camera.
Yeah, it would be about 1:40-ish yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and it like threw off the rest of my day because I like laid there for like 5 or 10 minutes because I wanted to make sure I was okay. And then I was like, I don't know if I should be driving after this. 1:40-ish. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to let that load for a sec because it needs to like
our
refresh.
Fantastic internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, geez, I'm glad you didn't die.
Yeah, me too. And my like whole like
would have been very poor timing. I would have had to drive to Mama by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, if I were to die, I wonder
we
if you
probably
would
wouldn't have gone to Mama if you would have died.
I feel you guys got to still go to Mama. It's a lot of content to create.
That's true.
What would Charlie have wanted
Charlie would have
you to
wanted
do?
us to go get the most out of our our time.
But you know what he would have wanted? He would have wanted you to take the Versa. He would have wanted all three of you to pile in there and just be like, we're doing this for Charlie.
For Charlie, 40 mpg.
Got to get over 40 mpg.
Yeah, right.
Now, we should have tried to get that Jetta. We would have gotten 50 mpg on the way to Mama. That would have been nice. That Jetta, impressive fuel economy right there.
Yesterday at 1.
Yeah, just kind of scroll through the clips until you see one with me laying
There's
on the floor.
garage shot.
Well, it should have been open all around that time.
Oh, wait, that's 110. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Wait.
Should have been open from like 12:45 all the way to like 3 yesterday.
Were you wearing red yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday. Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
Is it just me
There's a
laying on
clip
the
of you
floor?
laying on the ground.
Yeah, so just scroll up.
Oh my god.
I didn't even think of the security cameras.
You're just sitting there contemplating life.
I was like,
It
resting my head.
didn't record it hitting you though.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because
Oh yeah, it did. Oh my god, it's on camera. All right, wait, how do we save this? Oh, wait, this is really sad, Charlie. Save video. Wow, you can very easily save videos on here.
Okay, good to know. Wouldn't it get it from the other angle too?
I got it from this angle, so I'll show you.
Okay.
Well, there's you falling. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's restart that one. Do one more time.
It's like you're like getting hit as it goes.
Yeah. Well, the other
Yeah,
angle
you can
from
play it.
from over the toolbox would be interesting. Oof. Yeah.
You can see as you pull it down, and then it just whacks you. I don't think that camera got it.
Okay. Not enough motion for it to record or something like that. Okay.
Well, you can see this is you walking to it.
But they're only like the quick clips.
But it only
and then the
recorded
next
for,
one,
like-
what am I like on the ground then?
This is you walking in,
Oh.
and then this is you hitting yourself.
Man.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was rough. It was one
well-
of those things where I'm like evaluating. I'm like, how badly am I hurt right now? You know what I
We'll
mean?
send this to Alyssa.
Ah,
so
yeah,
she
I'm
can-
sure she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, so she can say, Charlie, you're no longer allowed to be at the garage by yourself.
Yeah, because I apparently don't know how to close garage doors.
Oh, this is the person that. Oh, he's real tiny.
Oh, the guy who wanted to lift the entire F250 transmission, F350 technically, transmission into the bed of his truck on his own and made a joke about destroying his back while he's young. Yeah, degen. Absolute degen.
Hey, be nice to him.
Well, he showed up an hour late. If you show up an hour late, you're allowed to be called a degen.
Allowed to be criticized.
Yeah. You want to shut the big garage door here, or the garage
Yeah.
door?
Can I send that video in the group chat of you whacking yourself? I won't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was just a bit. I was just worried that like I was gonna be permanently hurt. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. No, that was fine. Just in case people come in. Crazy week this
Anyways.
week. Yeah. I was in Hawaii.
That's right. Driving the Toyota Grand Highlander, which can you talk about it yet?
No.
Can't talk about it yet, but you can talk about your visual impressions of the Toyota Tacoma because those are already on the internet and I've seen them.
Mm-hmm. And I can talk about the powertrains in the Tacoma, and I can talk about the way the shifter feels in the manual.
In the 6-speed, I briefly asked the Topher about this, and he said that it was quite nice, and it's going to rival the Bronco.
Yeah. The Bronco shifter felt a little bit better. This felt a little bit more like.
Is this gummy? Is it a gummy shifter?
Not really. It felt like a midway between the Bronco shifter and the GR Corolla shifter. That makes sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So longer throws, but still a little bit
still
more
a
of a
little
notchy.
notchy.
Yep.
Mm.
Whose chair is this? Is this yours?
No.
It's got a leg.
I don't know whose chair that is.
I might steal it when we move. I don't know actually though, because I probably don't want to bother moving a chair.
Probably Stu's.
It's good odds of that in this garage.
I'm going to say the odds are that it's Stu's.
Okay.
So we should just...
Yeah, leave it. But anyway, yeah, the new Tacoma I actually quite like.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of the Tundra. And everyone's like, "Oh, it just looks like a smaller Tundra," but it's better. Everything in the Tundra feels like a caricature.
Yeah.
Like it's just too big and bulky, and it looks like they were just trying to be an F-150.
Yeah.
The new Tacoma does feel like its own thing. And it's like, oh, finally the Tacoma is like a modern product. I think the exterior styling's good. There's a lot of interior color matched bits, which I think look really nice.
I saw that in the interior of the blue truck.
Blue
It
truck
looked
really
quite
stands
nice.
out in that one. Yeah. The materials feel good. There's a cool seat that has shocks in it for the TRD Pro. We weren't allowed to show the back of those ones. There were like weird things that Toyota didn't let us show because they were like pre-production and stuff.
Right.
New big infotainment system. Also, let's talk about the engine. The top level trim, well, not even just trim, but the top level engine option is their iForce Max, which they love the branding of. Hybrid, powerful engine, about 460 pound-feet of torque and something like 330 some horsepower or whatever. That's a ton of torque. And I bet you it's going to be a more enjoyable engine to drive around than the 410 pound-foot GMC motor and Chevy motor.
The 2.7.
Yeah. If you want a naturally aspirated V6 midsize truck now, you got two options. Honda, Nissan. Yep. But you know what else is excellent about the new
That's
Tacoma?
right. GM won't sell you one anymore.
Nope. The new Tacoma is still coming in a 6-foot bed option with the 4-door, which is big because no other brand can you get the 4-door and a 6-foot bed. Excuse me.
Hungry burp. I've been doing
A little
those.
bit. Only 5-foot beds from Ford. Only 5-foot beds from GM. Only 5-foot beds from Honda. You can get a 6-foot bed with the Nissan, but it has to be the extended cab, I believe, then. I don't think you can get a crew cab 6-foot bed with the Nissan, but you can with the Toyota.
Mm.
Yeah.
Your father will be an enthusiast of that.
Yes.
Is he going to have one?
That's a good question. He actually just purchased a different vehicle.
He got rid of his Tacoma?
No.
He called me the other day.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Why? He messaged me, but in such a dad way. He just said, "Can I have Chris Sprower's number or whatever?"
Yeah.
He didn't say like why, and I was also too busy to ask.
I picked up because I try to answer every call.
Smart,
and
which is very not Gen Z of you.
I know. Well, I'd always just
you're a good business person.
Thank you. So, he was
he's kind of awkward on the phone.
To keep this brief, yeah, a little bit. He was wondering if I'd be interested in photographing a collection of cars in Harbor Springs.
Oh.
But not cars that are for sale. Cars that just the owners want to catalog them.
Oh.
Like condition wise and like I don't know. So it's like a huge warehouse full of cars, and I guess they want like 8 to 10 photos per car. And I mean, it's one of those things where I was like, yeah, I mean, if like I sent him a couple of my galleries from Bring a Trailer, and I said, I mean, you can show them these galleries and see if there are any of these photos that they'd like, and we can put something together. But I mean, if I'm going to be spending like 3 days up there or something, I'm going to have to like charge them a shit ton of money.
Yeah, either that or have
like
them put you up.
Dollars.
If they have, because if it's someone with a large collection of cars up there, they probably have a pretty nice like lake house or something.
Sure, but
did he happen to say who it was for?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I don't remember the name.
He also asked if I'd do a gallery of his Miata.
His Miata.
I didn't know he had a Miata, but
yeah, my stepmother's.
Your stepmother's Miata,
which we might buy as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna talk to him about it.
Okay.
Well,
you should buy it.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, no, don't buy it because I want to do the gallery.
Go up there. You can do the gallery for me if you'd like.
Okay, even though you're
let you shoot a winding road video on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that'll make up for it. Thanks.
Did he say if it was the Wallstroms? I don't know. No,
it sounds kind of familiar.
Okay.
He made it sound like it was a lot of cars.
I was gonna say because it's probably a pretty sick collection. I know of a few people who it could probably be, and that'd be cool.
He said it's somebody that your stepmom works with.
Oh yeah, well then they're the owners of a bank.
Okay.
You know, so they've got he like drives an S-Class and stuff.
Okay.
And like
cool.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, this was last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there will be any further developments, but I thought it was nice that your dad thought of me.
Yeah.
I told him that multiple times. I've appreciated that he had me in mind.
Well, that's good to know. I had no idea. But yes, he did just purchase a car for my stepmother. And
can I guess what it is based off of a couple of very vague facts?
Yes, and also I want to ask you some follow-up questions afterward about it, and I want you to be candid about them.
Okay.
Okay, but go ahead.
Is it an SUV?
No.
Is it Japanese?
No. Think of the car that it's replacing.
It's replacing an X1, yeah?
No.
Oh, what's it replacing?
Miata.
Oh, it's replacing Miata. God, you get a Fiat 124?
No, that'd be awesome, though.
Another Miata?
No.
Because that's Japanese.
I think you'd like the model, but I'm curious about the year. That's why I want to know your
so
follow-up
it's something
questions.
used. Interesting. Is it a Z4?
No.
Z3?
No. But
Mercedes SLK.
That'd be sick, but no. You're getting closer with the brands.
Porsche Boxster?
No. More seats.
More seats. I'm getting close with the brand. Mercedes CLK.
You're closer with BMW.
A BMW. Yes. Oh God, can you get her an E93?
No. We've definitely discussed that though.
It's a BMW?
No. But it's close.
It's a Mini Cooper convertible.
S.
Interesting. What year?
2009.
Oh yeah, that's a rough year for that car.
thought it probably was.
Yeah, those are nice. So it's turbo. It's not supercharged.
I guess you're telling me.
The last year, so
You told me 05s and 06s were the best ones
those are
to
the
buy, right?
prime, yeah. Or convertible, it could be an 07 as well, because the 07
Even an
convertible, yes. The 07 was the 07 convertible. See, BMW always does this. The convertibles always last an extra year. So the convertible from 05 to 07 was good. If they even made a convertible in 05, it may have been like 06, 07 or something. But anyways, that was the best because those were the supercharged 4-cylinder. They were pretty. I mean, my buddy Dane drove one for like 4 years and it was great. He never had any issues with it. But in 07, they switched from supercharged to turbocharged.
What size motor?
I don't know. I just know that Dane always was like, stay the bleep away from like 07 to 12. Like they're like the worst. He said, because he worked at the Mini dealer and he said they were in all the time. So he would know. He would know. Okay. He worked at the Mini dealer for like 4 years, all through high school, somewhat into college. And he said that that gen of Mini is like the worst one, the one to stay away from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Was that an interior refresh from in like 07?
Yep. It was a whole new generation.
What was the one that I drove at Buttman? Was it that gen?
That was that gen. Yeah.
See, I thought
and you didn't like that car,
I didn't
did you?
like the interior at all. Like I know that one was probably
I think
beat on.
the one you drove was a 13, but it would be like the same car.
It would be the same.
Yeah,
okay.
because I mean, there's only been 3 generations.
Really?
Yeah. I think we're still on like
we're going
the third
into fourth.
gen. We're going into fourth. Yeah, we're going into the fourth.
Well, they
gen.
didn't fully reveal it, but the teaser
so
photos.
Like second gen is like the one that you kind of stay away from.
Okay.
At least, I mean, I can confirm that with Dane. I know like 07, like he would always say like the first year cars were garbage. Like the 07s were really bad.
Well, I know that it's got like 80-some thousand miles on it. I
think they have timing issue. Like the timing chain guides break at like around that mileage.
Okay. He already just had it in because it was smoking from the exhaust pipe.
That's not good.
Nathan noticed.
What was wrong with it?
I think they did. They said it was a PCV valve.
Figured.
Is that a fairly common thing? Okay. PCV
that would
valve.
explain why it was smoking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they also did the valve cover gasket.
Oh, okay, so it could have been like dripping oil on the exhaust.
Okay.
Although that wouldn't have made it smoke out of the exhaust tip.
Sure. So they've done those 2 things already, and it needed tires, I believe.
So why? What was the reason for this car? Is it a manual?
No.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
The Miata is also an automatic.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my stepmother's summer daily.
Sure.
And she likes a convertible, but she now has 2 grandchildren.
Oh,
and
so
she wants to be able to take the grandchildren.
What color is it, Charlie?
Silver.
Nice. What color is the interior?
I don't know, black probably.
That's probably good. If it's silver on beige, that would be
retirement
offensive.
Yeah. No, I think it's black.
Silver on black, S convertible. I think those had a decent transmission at least. I don't.
Probably just like a 6-speed or something.
Some of them were CVTs actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So hopefully it's not a CVT.
Hopefully not, just for driving enjoyment, you mean?
Yeah.
And probably longevity.
And they were
well.
dreadful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to be fair, he's driving. It's downstate right now, and he's going to drive it up north probably this week. And if my stepmother doesn't like it, then I don't know what they'll do. Flip it or something like that, or something, and keep the Miata, I guess. But yeah, that's the idea. Is something that is different than the Miata, and also has 4 seats and a convertible.
Just curious about the numbers.
The transmission. Yeah. Go ahead and look it up. I have always been trying to encourage them to consider a Jeep Wrangler 4xe because it would literally solve all of her issues. 'Cause here's the thing. She has
172 horsepower.
Peppy. For back then, that was a decent amount.
No, I'm being like, it's like a decent amount.
Yeah, for that size of car. Although it probably weighs a good amount.
It has a 6-speed automatic.
6-speed
yeah, it's probably just the ZF. It's probably the same trans that was in the E90.
Okay.
ZF.
Okay. They only had a 6-speed in the E90, huh?
Yeah, my E90 had a 6-speed and it was Garbo.
Oh.
So 2,800 pounds is all it weighs.
Nathan said it feels similar to the one we had on the rally.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Except the one we had on the rally had like 50 more horsepower.
Yeah. And also felt kind of underpowered, but the cars were.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Side note: did you happen to watch any of the piece to camera videos yet from the rally?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because I watched the rally.
Yeah, but there's extra.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's a lot that wasn't in the rally.
Are there
that made it?
Are there any good pieces I should watch?
I don't know. I can't remember now. It's been
Okay.
like a month since
Well, you
I've
all
edited
should go
them.
watch them.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been trying to get her to get a Wrangler 4xe because here's the thing. She has a RAV4, which she likes, and a Miata, which she likes the convertibleness of.
That's just the combination of those two cars. That's
Right,
great.
because you can get the power retractable top, excellent, and her driving patterns are
I like
start
when
the
you clear
car.
your throat before you're about to like. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Start the car, 5 miles into work, shut the car off. Work, start the car, 5 miles home, done.
Which explains why the BMW X1 had battery
Yeah,
discharge.
it could never warm up enough, and she would always get in and have heated seat, heated steering wheel on, and, just right away. So it's never charging up the battery.
Yeah.
So 4xe, literally never have to use gas, that whole thing. But then every now and then she drives down about a 50-mile round trip, and every maybe like twice a year she drives downstate and back. So the Wrangler 4xe could eliminate the two-car situation. She'd always have it year round. You could get like very calm pedestrian tires just on like a Sahara model for driving around. It wouldn't be that dreadful to drive daily. And then some winters for the winter. And it should be a great car. Fantastic. Have room for the kids, room for the stuff, top down, cool, can get a great color, all the heated and cooled amenities.
It really does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I've never met your stepmother. Well, maybe I have.
Maybe at the wedding, like super briefly or something.
I don't picture her as being someone who likes to take it to the limit.
She likes to drive quickly, but
not
not limit quick.
Not to where
Just
a
like
Miata she has to have a Miata.
No.
Okay.
No. She just likes the smallness and the pep and the sportiness of the Miata.
So that's the only thing that would kind of steer her away from the Jeep, because the Jeep Wrangler is dreadful to drive.
It's a bit ponderous, yes. Not as bad as the Bronco.
I mean, you can go like this and nothing happens.
Yeah. That just makes life a little more exciting.
Well, going like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But there is the downside of the Wrangler being a tad expensive, because I think with
like
everything she'd want, it'd be like $60,000.
Yeah, or more.
But she could get a federal tax credit, so that'd help.
Thanks, Biden.
Mm-hmm. Anything else regarding cars of our families? You told us that.
I sold my ML55 AMG.
Oh yeah, kind of. He gave it away to a friend,
gave
practically.
it to somebody. Yeah.
You did sell a Focus. No one cares about that.
Yeah, true.
Someone come buy my F250.
That's right. Yeah,
I have not had a single hit on that, and I dropped the price a bit.
Yeah, that's not surprising because it's still overpriced. You need to list it for like $5,000. What do you have it listed for?
68.
That's too
69,
much
something
money.
like that.
That's way too much money.
I just want someone to swoop in and offer me $5,000 and then walk away. Like,
why don't you just put 5,000 firm?
Do people respond to firm?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if someone brought you like 4,800, you'd be like, okay.
And they'd think they're getting a deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not quite to that point to ready to give it up, but it is coming time. Yes. Yeah. We talked about Tacoma. I can tell you that the Grand Highlander looks like a large RAV4.
Yes, it does.
Also, there's an interior color called Portobello.
Is
like
it brown?
Mushroom. Yes.
Okay.
Which I always thought Portobellos were like more gray, but it's brown.
Yeah, there's no food that's gray. Is there any food that's gray?
Like
All
natural
brand.
food?
No, that's brown. Yeah, natural food that's gray.
Some mushrooms are gray.
But they're like tan.
Some of them.
Like tan.
Olives, they're not really gray.
Olives aren't food.
Anchovies. Anchovies are gray.
They are gray.
So if you're a
There's
car
a fish.
manufacturer and you have a gray interior that you want to come up with a fun name for,
that'd be nice.
anchovy.
Anchovy.
Be all the rage.
Who would do that? What brand would do that? Anchovy.
Fiat, maybe? Some Korean brand that would think that's like the fun, like Hyundai.
I was going to say
like that.
Kia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know what car I'm really excited for?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
I actually don't know what.
The Ram 1500 Rev.
God, of course.
Yeah.
That's
going to be
the what?
the plug-in hybrid, the Rev. The Ram electric vehicle.
Yeah, the one that looks exactly the same as the gas truck.
Yeah. Because plug-in hybrid makes so much sense for a large truck like that. And I'm excited for that.
Are there any Rams on the car list for Mama?
Probably. They might have a TRX there for some reason. Did you see they're going to have a C8 Corvette there for track driving? Not a Z06, just and C8 Z51.
I didn't even pay attention. I noticed there will be 2 Lucid Airs.
2?
2 Lucid Airs.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah. It's crazy because we've been trying to get one of those here for like 6 months and hasn't happened. And then all of a sudden there's 2 at Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week at Daily Motor headquarters,
I drove the Genesis G90, which is an excellent car.
Very good.
Very good. There are only a few constructive criticism points we would give to Genesis.
Which is important because Genesis seems to listen to our constructive criticism.
So, number one, we would like to have full power doors. We know that you have power closing doors, but we'd like to have doors that power open as well, like the BMW 7 Series. But I don't think it's too much to ask.
Let's hit on this real quick. Power opening and closing doors are such a flex move for a manufacturer. If you, listening, are the CEO of a luxury automotive manufacturer, put power doors.
Yes.
Like, anyone sees that and they lose their mind.
They do.
And it can't be that hard to engineer.
Can't be.
All I can see, the reason they didn't do opening was because all the technology needed to have the sensors for the safetiness of opening and everything would cost a lot more. Yeah, right. So they just didn't.
You're right. Do you think maybe they're concerned about longevity? Probably not.
No.
Because none of the manufacturers really care. When it comes to luxury, I'm not saying all manufacturers, but I'm saying manufacturers that make cars for 3-year leases. Lease it for 3 years, throw it away. Yeah. That's kind of the segment of car. They're all kind of like that. Anyways, though, power opening doors. Go ahead.
For 10 years.
Okay.
If you could get this Genesis G90 and also a 740 or 60i or whatever for literally both $12,000.
I would have the Genesis.
You'd have the Genesis.
Yes, I would. But if I had to pick one right now, I would take the 7 Series. But in 10 years, I'd take the Genesis.
Okay. Because the 760i,
that car
just
will not
simply
function.
wouldn't work.
It won't.
It won't be a car. It'll be an art
like
piece.
All collapsed and like nothing's gonna work. It's gonna have every warning light. Yeah, I know.
You're gonna need a special scanner to get all the codes read on it and everything. Yeah.
So that's number one.
This will just have a broken supercharger, so you'll just be running naturally aspirated.
Number two is maybe a little bit more oomph to the sound system.
Yeah.
It's a good sound system.
Too much high-end. It's good speakers that are poorly tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So it's pretty crispy, but yeah, it needs a little more oomph. So that's
which
one
you
thing.
can. You got 26 speakers in there. You got door woofers and subwoofers under the seat.
Yeah.
Just make it happen.
So also it had a rattle, but I assume they don't all have rattles. This one had almost 10,000 miles on it.
Yeah, that's a lot for press cars.
A lot of journalists.
They typically get pulled at 10,000.
Yeah.
And this had 9,936.
Yeah. So the only other thing that I really had, and this is not really a necessity, but it would be so much nicer to drive if it had either a V8 or an inline 6, because what they give you is a turbocharged 3.5 liter mild hybrid with an E supercharger.
Yeah.
Is that right? Which is just so much going on. And also it's hard to make a V6 smooth. I mean,
especially if you're Genesis.
Do it, but
I've never been impressed by any of the V6s that Hyundai Motor Group has ever come out with.
Yeah, their V6s just aren't.
Like the Stinger is always just let down by the fact that motor was so
dull,
lifeless.
Yeah, it's very dull powertrains.
Yeah.
V6s. The 2-liter turbo they make?
Kind of fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, but other than those few things, we genuinely really loved the Genesis G90. It was, I mean, I drove it for 5 days and it was just fantastic. It makes everything so easy, is what Charlie likes to say. Very light steering, good rear wheel steering.
Such a comfy plush ride. The throttle mapping is such that you never feel a shift and you never get yanked back. It's such just a whoosh.
Yeah.
It just propels you.
You're just
moving faster all of a sudden.
We also need to talk about how it's satisfying to feel like you're actually using all of the technology.
Yes.
Whereas in comparison to the BMW 7 Series that we just talked about, that's going to be a brick in 10 years, a lot of the stuff in there you'll never touch. A lot of people, they'll never use it. And when you do touch it, it's very irritating. So
same with the S-Class.
Yeah.
And especially the EQS.
It's nice to get in a car like the Genesis G90, which still does have quite a bit of tech, but it's all usable. It's all things that you'll touch at some point. I don't think there's anything in there that you would never use.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I'd be using all of it.
You use all of it.
In the 7 Series and the S-Class, I felt I'm a techie sort of person and a car sort of person. And there were things I just didn't want to even venture into because I was like, I just don't enjoy touching any of these things.
Digital art mode in the 7 Series.
Yeah, I just ruined it. And the haptic controls made it all just feel lazy.
That's another thing. Yeah.
Unintuitive, and I just didn't enjoy it. Whereas the Genesis, a lot of nice physical buttons, good solid clicks for everything. And I enjoyed using that car. Yeah, I didn't, as much as I liked the 7 Series, oddly enough, I didn't enjoy driving it. I enjoyed like the driving experience. If I just shut everything off and actually used that V8 motor, it's a great time.
And hustle it.
Loved
it's a great car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives great.
But I was overwhelmed by using the functionality of the car. Whereas the Genesis, I feel like both I could get in and I could put my mother in or something like that in the back and just be like, be comfortable.
Here you go. Yeah.
Even she riding in the back of the 7 Series was like, this is awesome, but this is like, Nathan was like, oh, look at this and look at this. And she's like, I literally don't care. I just want to drive. So yeah, I, unlike Chris, would take the Genesis. I'd save the money, obviously. If it were the same amount of money for both, then yeah, I mean, I would take the 7 Series. But
the truth comes out.
One thing, premium fuel, optional in the Genesis.
Yeah, I put premium fuel in it this week because I'm an enthusiast of having optimized performance.
I would have put regular in if I owned this car because I'm a
regular.
fan of not spending money.
Yeah, I know you would have done. I pulled up to the gas station a couple days ago before I swapped it to you, and I was like, I should really be putting 87 in right now because that's what Charlie would want me to do, but I still stuck 93 in it.
No, I think it's nice of you for a press car to do.
I always do. If they recommend 93, I always put it in. Unless we're going on a road trip and we're going through multiple tanks.
Yeah, then
we can sneak in some 87.
Mm-hmm.
But
for a car that only, we wouldn't do that for a car that
no, not for a car that requires 93. We'll always do that. But
did you run a highway fuel economy test on the Genesis?
Yes, I did.
Did it get 24?
No.
Did it get 21?
No.
Did it get 27?
No.
All right, what did it get?
31.
Wow.
It killed EPA.
That's impressive.
It got 31. Yeah, EPA is 24. And similarly, what did the 7 Series get? It got 31 as well.
Something like that, pretty hot.
Yeah, the 7 Series was rated at 26 and it got 31. The Genesis is rated at 24 and it got 31.
Wow.
So
must have been drafting a lot of semis there, Mr. Chris.
Not drafting semis. You can watch the time lapse.
Did you happen to see the person, I think it was on your Jetta video?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Someone said that you they're so angry that you weren't averaging 70 miles per hour or something. And
he was averaging 72. Oh, you mean like
he said like your average over the thing was like 67 or like 64 or something like that. And I have no idea. I watched the video.
How would you even have known that?
I was like, the only argument I thought he maybe could have made, which I invalidated, but I thought maybe he went to the end of your time lapse, saw how long, because your timer says the car GPS thing shows how far you've driven and how long it took. And so maybe he calculated on that, but maybe he didn't realize that you didn't leave the station until 4 or 5 minutes had clicked away from that timer. So I thought maybe he was using that to figure it out, but
strange.
Either way, some people get so angry in the comments.
Very bored person.
Yeah, I don't understand what's the point in that, getting so angry. If you're getting that angry in the comments about something, I feel like you got two options. The nice part of me, the proper good person.
I know what one of the options is, and I don't think that you should say it on the podcast.
Well, I'm going to. The nice option is get some help. Go to therapy. Just try to see there's more important things in life. The second option is to unalive yourself.
There it is. I knew that was coming. I was going to say a lot of these people are too far gone. Okay, yeah. So Genesis G90, good car.
Great car.
I agree.
Yeah, it is. The last thing I will say about it, and maybe this is just because we've heard about it so long, or is there something about Genesises or whatever, it is missing that 9/10 of fizz.
Yes,
that
it is.
10/10 of
fizz,
I should say.
Yeah, it is.
It's just there's a pizzazz that there's something it doesn't make me giddy. I very much like it. I super like it. But there are certain cars that you get out of or into, and the 7 Series kind of had this of this is special.
Yeah.
Don't get that.
Don't get it in the Genesis. No,
weird.
I don't really.
Which I'm okay with.
Get it in any Genesis.
I know that's
yeah.
But
they're nice cars, but you don't get the
mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's the German fizz.
Yeah. The only thing that maybe I think I can take solace in is I feel like that's the equivalent of dating someone who's very attractive. After 3 months or whatever, you'll just be used to it.
Right.
And so I do feel like if you own a 760i or something like that, after 3 months, the fizz I feel like wouldn't be quite as much.
Would fade. The fizz would fade.
Yeah. What are some cars that have given us the fizz lately? GR Corolla, Conan.
I didn't get crazy fizz from the GR Corolla.
Really?
Not really.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
The Jetta kind of gave
it came in S.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other things I've driven.
So if you're a bit bored with the Genesis G90, consider buying Chris's Cayman S. It'll give you the fizz.
What else gave me the fizz? The Volvo S60.
Yeah. Yeah, that car just.
Somebody commented on. I posted a review on my channel, and it did that thing where it got no views right away, and now it's getting 5,000 views a day.
Holy cow!
But
your videos are really good for that. I don't know what you do.
I don't
but
know what
you're
I do either.
You've got the fizz.
Yeah, thank you. Someone commented and said, "Oh, you didn't touch on the most important thing about a daily driver, which is reliability." Okay, I only had the car for a week, and it didn't break down. So there you go. It's very reliable.
That's not one of the ones that had a check engine light, right?
It is the one. It did get a check engine light. Oh dear. I apologize to this person who left the comment. You're right. I did forget about that. I forgot that car had a check engine light. I stand corrected.
So not all commenters are hopeless.
Oh. You could have been nicer about it. Could have been more polite.
Yes, there you go. That's the rub.
You know what's funny is someone took care of him for me, which I like when the comment section takes
self-regulates.
Yeah, it self-regulates, and they were like Volvos are fine.
Yeah.
This new era, even though ours got a check engine light, the new era of Volvos are fine, and plus it comes with a warranty. And if you're buying it
4 years,
you're buying it new, you just whatever.
And the good thing about owning a Volvo is they don't have any like garbage bin spec cars that they could stick you with as a loaner. You're gonna get at least
You'll always
an okay
get something
car.
nice,
even
yeah.
if it's an XC40. You're gonna be like, okay.
I had someone else comment on the video that said that they don't see the benefit of the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. They said, I went to the dealership and I sat in a Harman Kardon car and a Bowers & Wilkins car back to back, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Well, all right, two things on that. One, the Harman Kardon is still pretty darn good in Volvos. Mm-hmm. Two, static like that, you're not going to hear much of a difference. I mean, you can listen to the Jetta sound system, static, quiet, and it's going to sound okay.
Yeah.
Like not amazing, but like okay.
Yeah.
It's when you're driving on the road and there's the intrusion of noise and everything, and you need all those speakers to do their magic.
And also
when the Bowers
in this person's defense as well, they probably didn't play around with any of the EQs.
Yeah, and they also probably didn't they probably just had like Sirius XM playing
for 5 minutes, which is Garbo quality.
Yeah, so you need to have a complex song with high quality
You need to spend like a week
streaming
with the car. So
like
ask
we
the
do,
Volvo dealership.
And we'll tell you every single time that the Bowers & Wilkins is fantastic. And the thing is, it's not like it's just us.
No.
Everyone's like, oh, these are great. Yeah. S tier. Shut up. G90, great car. I drove a car this past week that wasn't the Toyota Grand Highlander or the Tacoma.
Was it the Nissan Sentra?
It was a Nissan Sentra.
That you rented voluntarily.
Yes. And when I returned...
Why didn't you just rent a bicycle? You were on an island.
Because I actually took myself, my lovely wife Alyssa, the Topher, and the Topher's lovely wife, and all four of us, with all of our bags, fit comfortably in the Sentra.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't it smell gross?
No.
Oh, because you said it was clapped.
It was. That CVT had been rough.
Did you shoot it for Winding Road?
I thought about it, but Alyssa
didn't.
wanted me to have a healthy work-life balance, so I did not. But I could have made a lot of $120 by doing that.
That's funny.
It was a little bit more of a basic trim. It had manual climate controls and manual seats, but it still had adaptive cruise control, which was nice.
Did it have a leather steering wheel?
Yes. Nicer than the Versas. Mm-hmm.
Probably the same steering wheel.
No. It was either nicer or it was so oiled down.
I was going to say,
grease
the Versa's got 900 miles on it.
Yeah.
How
mine had 22,000 rental miles.
You were touching probably 4,000 other people's hand oils, and that's what made you think the steering wheel was soft.
The adaptive cruise control was good, though, because the island of Hawaii is virtually all 2-lane road. Okay. And the speed limits are fairly low, and people like to go right at the speed limit. So having adaptive cruise control was very crucial. That was good. When I pulled back up to the Hertz rental, the guy walked out and immediately said, "There's damage on the front." And I said, "I didn't hit anything." And he said, "Well, there's damage right there." And I come up, and sure enough, the like under like the splitter area, I know it doesn't have a splitter, but whatever, the lowest part of the bumper,
valance.
was damaged.
Oh.
But I really don't think I did it. It looked like someone like cranked a rock, like a lot of rocks or something, like had it off-roading or whatever. Mm-hmm. And
interesting.
I did not do this. The thing is, we picked the car up in the dark. And we did the president's circle thing where you just simply show up and get the car, the keys are already in it, the paperwork, and you drive away. I didn't take any photos or anything. So I have no like verifiable proof that I didn't do the damage, but I really don't think I did the damage. So I was a bit unfortunate. I had to fill out paperwork and stuff. Yeah. But
a similar thing happened with the Cadillac CT4 Blackwing.
Where we came back and there was damage on it?
Mm-hmm.
Did we did that? Okay.
Anyways,
Daily Motor top tip though. Get yourself a travel credit card that has primary rental coverage on it for like complimentary.
oh, so you didn't have to pay anything.
I won't have to pay it. They haven't like gotten back to me with anything. But yes, I shouldn't have to pay anything because I
Very good.
used the Chase Sapphire Preferred card.
How much is a front bumper for a Nissan Sentra? Like $50? Just even if you
They're
didn't have
just
to pay.
there.
Yeah.
You just buy one from the Sentra store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just come. You
Mhm.
just kind of tack on. Yeah. Honestly, though, it's a rental car. It's going to get beat up. They should just leave it as is.
Correct.
Which is probably what the previous like Hertz guy said and just like never
And
documented
it's
it.
like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone's getting paid like $15 an hour to.
Yeah. But I had Buy the Book
cars.
Benny doing the check-in, and he like...
Those
yeah.
people are the worst.
Yep.
People that like take their $15 an hour job so seriously.
Yeah. I also, though, got 40 miles per gallon driving the Sentra around.
Oh, great.
But to be fair, all of that was like under 60 miles per hour. So I don't know like how representative that is.
Mm-hmm.
This week at Daily Motor headquarters, we have an assortment of cars that we are driving. First off is the 2023 Nissan Versa SR
Very good.
in
Uh-oh, I don't remember either.
a cool exterior color.
Yes.
Something gray sky pearl.
It kind of looks like your shirt.
gray sky pearl. Yeah, a little more purplish, but yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like your hat too, a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit
Yeah.
like my hat. If you took my hat and Charlie's shirt and
That's what
blended them.
Yep, gray sky pearl. Looks fantastic. $22,000 gives you adaptive cruise control, heated seats, a mild sound system, 6 speakers.
That's right.
An
has-
8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay
It has
and Android Auto
everything you
support.
need
Yeah,
in something that's going to take you from one place
to another. And you could fit 4 adults. There's enough
Yeah, you
headroom
could.
back there.
You could do 4.
USB-C port back there.
Technically, it could do 5, but that would be
5 would be
horrible.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
Decent
looking forward to
trunk.
spending some time with it,
Mhm. It has a CVT,
which I am an
Charlie
enthusiast
really
of.
likes CVTs.
Yep.
The other vehicle is the 2023 Kia EV6 GT, a car we've been wanting to drive for quite a bit. 576 horsepower with a drift mode, which we haven't been able to work out yet. But
We also haven't really tried.
We haven't tried too hard.
We just went out in GT mode and went, wow, this is fast.
It's
and
very
we came
fast,
back
0 to
in.
60 in 3.2 seconds. It has the same seats that you get, in which Kia probably won't tell you this, but it's the same seats you get in the Hyundai N cars.
Yeah. Great seats,
Yeah.
manual seats,
Manual
although the
seats.
power sunroof shade, so we don't quite get the logic there.
Yeah, a little strange.
Cool lime interior bits.
Yeah.
And a cool red color as well, and lime brake
Are
calipers.
there any things that exist that are red and lime green?
A strawberry kiwi.
Or just a strawberry? No, just a strawberry.
Because you
the
got the green
strawberry's
on
got
top.
red and it's green on top. Okay, so this is the strawberry.
Strawberry spec.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a
Or watermelon. Well, watermelon's pink, though. Sorry, anyways, go.
strawberry shortcake? Wasn't that like a children's character?
Yes, but she didn't have green. She was very...
Just very pink.
Because traditionally when you eat strawberry shortcake, it's
You're
just
right, the
red.
green
There's
bits
no
are
green bits because you
removed.
don't want to eat the leaves of the strawberry.
Yeah,
It's not-
that's fair. I think it's a bit more watermelon-y. Is that like a really rich watermelon that's like red?
Yeah, like
yeah.
gorgeous watermelon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. We will be taking this car on track at Gingerman Raceway, and I
A week from today.
suspect we will be experiencing brake fade and tire slippage because it's a heavy car.
We're going to send the Topher out and it's going to have brake fade after like 2 laps.
Yeah, we need to make sure we get our Winding Road video and Daily Motor videos done before the Chris's unleashed.
Before he unleashes. I don't think he'll go super hard on it, though. A car like that, I don't think he's going to. You think he's
know.
going to? I don't think he'll drive it super hard.
We had a discussion with Kia's engineering, like an engineer from Kia.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
they tell you guys to flog it?
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
I'm just surprised the rubber's not a bit grippier. They're Eagle F1s and they're only 255s, so...
Goodyear doesn't. If you work at Goodyear, I'm sorry, but Goodyear doesn't make very good tires.
Wow. Shots fired.
So there goes us ever being able to get free Goodyears. But I'm just. They had the Eagle LS2, dreadful tire, the worst tire ever made.
Okay. Is that what came on Corvettes?
I don't know.
Like C5s and C6s?
Have you ever driven a car with a Goodyear tire and gotten out thinking, "Wow, those were great tires"?
I can't think I have.
Okay, so I'm just.
It's just weird because Goodyear's such a big company.
They're very iconic, but you
Mhm.
just.
Yeah, because whenever I'm thinking like a tracky sort of tire, we're always going Continentals or Indy, Firehawk Indies from
If you work at
Bridgestone
Goodyear.
or whatever.
If you work at Goodyear, this is a good opportunity for you. If you have a tire that you think is very good, send it to us, and we'll let you know if it is.
Yeah, we'll put it on something.
Yeah, we will.
Speaking of that, if you're a manufacturer who manufactures motorcycle tires, feel free to hit me up, Charlie at thedailymotor.com.
We're sorry. You actually make very good tires.
I don't think they make motorcycle
They
tires,
don't,
so it's okay. But I need to get some tires for my V-Strom, and I hit up Julie at
You should
Continental.
have me change them, except with this hand this time, so I can
Balance
get a
it out.
matching scar.
I think I might just have them taken to a shop. We'll see.
That's what you should do.
Yeah, I think the whole bike should have a once-over.
I should before it
Gets rented out and driven for like
rented out.
3,000 miles.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that happening?
June 5th. Yep. Yeah, I'm excited about the EV6 GT. We'll have it for a while. I don't know if you happen to look at the schedule very closely lately, but you know how we got the Versa on last Friday because I picked it up from the airport?
Oh, does it leave Friday?
Yes.
So we're not going to be able to shoot anything on it. I haven't shot anything on it. I would have, but I didn't know that it was leaving Friday. Can you ask for an extension?
No.
Why?
Because instead we're getting... Is it the...
Oh,
I'll
I
have
mean,
to-
if it's being replaced by something, then I guess
The
don't.
BMW i7.
Oh,
Figured you'd be okay with that.
that's fine. We're probably not going to be able to run like a fuel economy test on it. Are we? I'm going to be.
You could do it today. What are you up to today?
I'm going and hanging out with Edward as soon as I leave here.
Ah, okay.
So no, not today, and not
Friday
Friday
morning?
because I'm photographing a BMW.
Maybe I'll do it Friday morning or something. Then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure that out here when we look
Okay.
at the schedule.
Yeah, because I'm also Friday. I'm shooting a video at Buttman, and then I'm going and shooting a car at Ventique. So I don't think I'll be able to do it Friday either.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
But I mean, a
Whatever.
night drive for sure. I can do that tonight.
yeah.
I can
We'll
do it.
take a look at the
Or
schedule.
whatever.
But I wanted to let you know that we actually have an i7
Actually-
this weekend as well.
I'm going to shoot the night drive Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, because Emily gets in. I love that everyone listening is.
Yeah, I was
just-
gonna
is
say
our
we don't. I only
personalized-
wanted to
Sorry.
tell you about the i7.
Okay.
Yes, but that'll be cool.
Okay.
So we'll this weekend we'll have our way with an M4 CSL, an i7, which obviously isn't going to make it out to the track day, the EV6 GT, and a GTI. Yeah.
Speaking of our personal lives, Sean wants to buy this off of you.
Really?
Oh, I don't think it's yours, is it? Is it Stu's?
I don't think it is.
Okay. Anyways, yes, lots of good cars this weekend. So excited.
Yeah. Chris and I are also going to be spending time in a 2023 Volkswagen GTI, which we'll be driving
6-speed manual.
for about 600 miles. I'm not looking forward to it. I'd rather take the Versa, but
No,
I'm just going to make you drive the whole way.
no. But I am going to drive first though, because you drove first last time,
Okay.
and
You want me to go through Chicago?
Yes, I do with a
All right.
manual.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
you made me do it last year,
Well,
both ways.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So
Mhm.
you have to do at least one of the ways this
We
year.
had a warm titanium car though. It was very calm.
Since this car's a manual, I'll do it one of the ways, but you have to do it on the
Okay.
way there. No,
was
you
I
have to do it on the way. No, yeah. do it
It's
on the way.
important for the passenger to also be alert though, because anytime the driver wants to change the radio or climate controls, he needs the passenger to do it for him.
That's true. Maybe the GTI is not the best choice.
Yeah, GTI needs a co-pilot at all
Yeah.
times.
Well, luckily you'll have one.
Excuse
You're
me.
gonna leave that in,
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. I don't really edit podcasts
Right.
much.
unless you say something very non-PC, which you have done a couple of times.
Yeah. I have taken those out.
Yeah, you took out something about how can
Cancer, I think.
Well, there was that one, and then there was also when we talked about the GMC truck running people over.
Did I take some of that out?
Yes.
Believable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
a family show.
How long have we been rolling for?
Only 49 minutes.
49 minutes.
You're anxious to
Great.
see Tom, aren't you?
Well, I want to go for a run because I've been running this week, and I'm
Oh,
itching.
have you?
I have been. I told you to bully me to run, and you haven't been doing so, so I had to bully myself.
I'll try to do a better job, but I've realized the only way to get you to run is for you to have luxury cars. You notice that?
It's a
Whenever
weird
we have a
trend.
large luxury
It's weird.
car,
I don't
you
know
go for
what.
runs.
I think it's because my whole my whole mindset when we have something nice
Is to do better.
to do better for myself.
Yeah.
So like when we had the X7, I was running, and now with the G90,
7 Series, you went
7
on a run.
Series, yep, and now the G90, I went for a run. Yeah.
So this week you're not going to run at all because you got the Versa. You're going to get fast food, which we probably will do on the trip.
we're definitely gonna get. Oh no, that's okay. I've been saving up. I've been eating pretty healthy
Right.
this month. Yeah, so I have some allocations for fast food for sure. Can
Speaking
we get
of,
Chick-fil-A? Is there any Chick-fil-A's?
yeah, definitely. When I was in Hawaii, Toyota wanted to do this big like reveal thing for the Tacoma because actually the Tacoma has been the best-selling vehicle. It was either on the Big Island or in all of Hawaii for like the last 15 years. There's Tacomas everywhere. So they did a luau, and they did this traditional pig roast.
Okay.
The pig was wrapped in banana leaves, buried in the soil with a bunch of hot rocks that had been heated in a fire, and then they cover it all in dirt and leave it there like all day. So essentially they're slow cooking this pig in the ground, and then they brought it out, and I kid you not, it was some of the best pork I had ever had.
I believe it. I'm so jealous of it.
S-tier pork.
That sounds incredible.
If there's anything you would have been jealous of this trip, like you certainly would have appreciated like the beach sitting and stuff like that. But like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Hawaii is beautiful, but you could also get that in like California or Florida or whatever like that. Like you find a fairly like a 5-star resort, you're gonna have a private beach. The food at this trip on the last day, the luau thing was just like S-tier poke, S-tier pork, like just S-tier fish. It was just I was thinking, I was like, Chris
thinking of me?
would really have appreciated this part.
A food kind of.
And I went to a place called Merriman's, which was a very not Charlie move to go out of his way and spend extra money on food. That was a very Chris thing to do. Just to say that I went
spend
to
a lot of money on food.
Yeah,
I do. I have a CoPart vehicle.
I bet you spend more money on food as a single person than Alyssa and I do together.
Potentially.
You have a CoPart vehicle.
I like my food. Yes. Okay. I've been getting and you're gonna cringe at this because it's something ridiculously expensive. I've been getting chicken Caesar wraps from Beyond, which is like the juice bar.
Oh gosh, that's probably like $12 for a wrap.
It's like $14 for a chicken Caesar wrap, and I've gotten it like 4 times. It's so good. Okay. Anyways, all right, I have a lot number for you. Can the viewers see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me confirm. Yes.
438 912 73. This is a car I think we should buy.
This is a 2011 Maserati Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Gran Turismo.
So this has quite the auto check.
Okay.
Very recent owner is the one that crashed it. Registered in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I think this is probably an exchange student. Came in, parents bought him a Maserati and crashed it. It hit a fire hydrant.
Oh.
And you can tell that when you look at the front bumper, there's a lot of red paint.
I bet we could find the fire hydrant somewhere around Ann Arbor.
That it hit. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So the only downside to this car is it is not the S, so it's the smaller engine 4.2, but it still sounds excellent because it's a Maserati V8, and
still beautiful.
It doesn't look super damaged.
2011 though. Why would the exchange student have been bought a used Maserati? It's weird.
I don't know.
Yes, still quite cool. How much do you think that would cost to repair?
Probably a lot because it's a Maserati.
It's a clean title.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I found bumpers on eBay for like a couple grand.
Right. Yeah, I bet
I'm sure there's damage behind the bumper, obviously. But you would, if it were you, you'd put a bumper on it and just drive it.
Yeah. I would just simply take off some of these bits and just send it. Just take off the bumper.
That's the difference between you and I.
Yep. Current bid $5,600 with 66,000 miles. Can't imagine.
That's a lot of miles for
I was
going
to say, can't imagine that wouldn't be expensive at all to maintain.
Clapped inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idling though.
Check engine light.
Engine light's on.
Well, that's
almost. It's out of fuel as well.
See the sort of person owned this car. It was empty on fuel and they ran it into a fire hydrant.
Yeah. Maybe it was stolen.
Could have been stolen. Can you steal Maseratis? Probably. You can probably start them with the end of a teaspoon.
Also, wouldn't it say if it were a theft recovery though?
Yeah, and it just said it was crashed. So it would have said vehicle reported stolen. Yeah. Or it never got reported stolen.
Could be.
But you'd probably want it to be reported stolen, so you didn't get blamed for the crash. So it would have been reported stolen, yeah.
Although Michigan's a no-fault state, so...
Yeah, but if you were maybe under the influence at the time of the wreck and you genuinely weren't driving, but then the cops showed up and you were under the influence at your house, they could have maybe get you for DUI?
What if you were just under the influence of 4.2-liter V8?
It's true. Well, that's legal in most states.
Yeah. Got another
one
for us?
Not in California.
Why not? Just loudness?
Well, I mean, if it was 100% stock, it's legal in California. But if you were to put an exhaust on your Maserati, which you should do, you can't.
Yes.
So, anyways, what else do I have? I've got one that one of you listening should buy this car, so I don't.
Is that
To buy it now.
is that Mirage still available?
No.
Oh,
Somebody bought it.
Lucky.
The little pink Mirage.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
this car has a buy it now of $1,300, and it's a run and
Ooh.
drive, and it's actually looks like a really nice car. It's a nice spec. It's a
Okay.
car that I don't particularly like, but I think it would be a good flip.
Is it a GM product then?
No, it's a BMW.
Oh,
443 325 43.
this is a 2006 BMW 325i.
So this is a rear-wheel drive car. It has the sport pack, and it has a
Oh.
mocha interior.
Yeah, wasn't this the first model year for these cars though?
Yes, it was.
Probably a ticking bomb.
But it's only $1,300.
The engine is not running in this photo, and the service engine soon light is on.
Yeah,
That's not
well,
good.
that just means you need to service the engine soon.
Just needs an oil change.
Doesn't that crack you up when you're like reading someone's for sale post of a car and they say, "Oh, check engine light is on because the car needs an oil change"? It's
Yeah.
like, okay, why
Okay,
would
but-
like
The hood is also assisted by a piece
buy
of
a
wood.
piece of wood?
This would maybe make for a decent Lemons car, or honestly just yank the motor for $1,200
And 52 is a
or
good.
$1,300, a little like $1,800
motor.
after fees.
Yeah, after fees, you'd be just under $2,000 probably out the door.
Yeah,
Fees, tax, title, all
you
the
can
stuff.
buy these not from CoPart for like $3,000.
No, you can't.
Yeah, my dad bought his 325i.
Okay.
It was just like this manual
In what year?
a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing's that way anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
COVID-19.
Rip. The worst thing to happen to cars.
It
cheap
is.
Cars.
It really is.
Most cars, really.
Yeah.
in
Since
a long
Obama.
time. Thanks, Obama. Yeah, since
Because Obama took most of them off the road and made used cars unobtainable back in like 2008
Yep.
or whenever Cash for Clunkers was.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
And we're seeing that
Seeing
again.
it again.
COVID.
yeah. So
Well, just like that new Tacoma, it's a great car, but good luck getting one in the next 2 years.
it's like the new Prius.
Yeah, I like don't even consider the Prius to be a real car because
There's one on Marketplace right now for like $40,000.
Yeesh,
I think.
yeah.
Let me try. and
There's no
find it.
point in overpaying for a car like that. There just isn't. You have any more CoParts for
No.
us? Okay.
Unless you want to see an Explorer Timberline that's missing a wheel.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Was the wheel stolen?
No.
Hmm.
It was crashed off.
Crashed off. Wow.
Ooh, I'm getting distracted by a 2001 740 IL in Stratus.
You know, you should have one of those
God, it's only $6,000.
on CoPart.
It's got gray
Or
interior.
Marketplace.
No, it's on Marketplace. I don't like the gray interior, but
That would be tempting.
this
Yeah.
car is in excellent condition. The engine is like new. There are no problems. The transmission is in good condition. The interior needs dry cleaning.
It's just a rebuilt title in
okay.
Dearborn.
There are no problems, okay? You remember that? He
Yes.
said there are no problems.
Oh.
Okay, next line.
Okay.
The ABS light is on.
Oh, that sounds like it could be
It
a
needs
problem.
to be something I don't understand. And there are no more problems.
Except for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
degen.
let me see if I can find this Prius.
Hey, is that Lexus still available that you?
No.
Yeah. Probably went pretty
So
quickly.
it sold the day I showed it to you.
Yeah.
You should have
that's-
bought it. I told you to.
No. I'm married now. I can't just buy things.
Why?
Not for that.
YOLO.
YOLO. You only get
Lose your
divorced
wife once.
Lose your wife. Yeah.
You only get divorced once. No, you can get divorced as many times as you want. It would be very expensive. You'd probably have to be quite rich to get divorced more than 0 times.
Or you just have a lot of prenups, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
I cannot find this 2023 Prius, which makes me think somebody bought it.
Bought it or like someone took it down.
It was like
because-
$39,990 for like a
I
base
believe.
model Prius.
Is it new?
Yeah,
Like
it
at a
was brand
dealer?
new. Yeah, it was brand new at a dealership.
Yeah. Someone might have bought it.
So someone probably canceled their order,
Yeah. It's
and the
sitting there.
dealership was trying to sell it for $10,000 over sticker.
Right.
Let's see. Oh nope, here it is. Found it. $39,589.
It's an LE.
It sure is. I mean, it has like base model wheels.
It'd have steelies if it were totally base,
Oh, okay.
I think. Maybe not on the Prius, actually. Maybe I'm thinking of like the Corolla Cross or something.
Okay. Well, the gentleman's name is Jesus that's selling it.
Ah. Jesus.
Oh, wait.
Car.
Oh, HEV. Yeah. So it's a regular hybrid. Oh, here's
Yeah.
one for 41,000.
This is a cool looking car, though.
Yeah, this is a nice one though. This one's got leather and everything else.
Yeah.
This one is 44. What are these? These still cost that much, do they?
They do get into the high 30s, I think. Yeah. The new Prius is a totally different breed. But yeah.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Next week, we'll bring you observations on the EV6 on track and on the Versa for the little bit of time that we drive it, and the GTI, and a ton of cars that we're going to drive at the Midwest Auto Media Association event. And the
Passenger seat impressions on the Mustang Dark Horse.
Yeah, are you even going to like bother doing that? Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
I just think it's funny they're bringing it and we can't drive it.
Yeah, very silly. Let us know in the comments if I should go get a milkshake after the next podcast. That'd be fun to do.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd vote yes too. Ever since Bev came in with that milkshake, I'm like, why don't we go to ice cream
When does she
time?
not have a milkshake?
Yeah.
I wish she would have told me she was coming. I would have had her get me one. Paid for hers and mine.
Sure. All right, and we will see you on the next one. We are Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and as always, inline 6 on. I just feel like that's usually a good send off. Safe bet.
It's a good sting.
Yeah.